Hello YouTube, it's Francis. And today we're gonna disassemble this cheap power supply that I'm gonna use for a future project. We're gonna build a bench power supply. But before I take it apart, I have to make a disclaimer. So if you are following along, you are doing it at your own risk. Even after this was unplugged for 10 years or so, the coils and the capacitors can hold charge for several years, and so it can give you a little shock even after being unplugged for several years or even a decade. So yeah, do not replicate this at home. This should be attempted by only professionals. How can we see what's inside here? Yes, that is not good, but still I can use my trusty pliers like that to make it a little bit more loose. I'm gonna salvage all the screws because we will use this whole power supply for a future project that will involve building a bench power supply for Francis Studios lab. Right, very carefully. There we have a seal, but I'm not moved about the warranty on this. It's expired since 2004. So alright, I see where's the problem. There's something under here. A fourth screw, probably. Right, this is a fourth screw. I could expect it, but I was shocked to see there are 3 screws before, but yeah, I see there's 4. Oh, it's crusty. Let me clean it up real quick. Yeah, I've dusted it off as much as I could. And I would need this insulated screwdriver to possibly short everything that might be charged in here. Alright, let's be very careful not to get shocked or zapped or anything. I'd rather do it with this these big caps can cause you a little bit of harm whenever they go out. As I remember, this PSU should be working. I think I used it sometime down the line as a bench power supply, just as it stands like this. Nothing special, I just used the rails on the 24 pin or whatever connector in there. Let me show you something. This is a sign how low quality it is. It's on the plug and it's a fiddly shit like this. Such low quality. What is this? How can an engineer do this? It's only held there by the solder joints. Maybe you can see this. It's such a low quality. But this was never going to be like an expensive power supply. I hide the branding here, but this is a 300 watt power supply, 300 watts max, and you can see you get 13 amps on the 12 volt. That's not bad, not too shabby, at least for the time. But yeah, you wouldn't wanna plug a 4080 on it. It would consume the whole thing as it is. Okay, let's discharge. There is this transformer here. I want to discharge everything before fiddling more. But I'm a little bit concerned if I want to use this for my bench PSU. I thought I would, but now with this I'm not really sure. Let's see, what do we have here. These two capacitors, they are HEC. What is this power transistor? How the fuck do you design something so badly? You see how this power transistor is tilted there? That's just so ugly. How can you design a power supply like this? Yeah, we have 3 big boy transformers, and we have all the power switching transistors and diodes here on this big ass heatsink. But this is also not a very high quality heatsink, but this is the kind of heatsink we got for this and for similar power supplies. It could have more of these little fangs or whatever. Yes, but this so janky. I have disassembled quite a few of these old cheap Pentium 4, Pentium 3, Pentium whatever number of power supplies, but I have never seen such a janky solution. That's crazy. Alright, I can probably, should be just pull it away. And now I guess I can lift this out. Right, and before I do anything, I want to make sure none of these are charged, even this toroidal, even these big transformers. Alright, none of it seems to be charged, at least for now. Alright, get this fan off. Loosen all the screws first before I can do anything. I don't know why it is so firm, but yeah, we can get all these off. Oh, quite thick boy screws. I have not expected to have these kind of screws for this fan. That's all nice. Yes. Alright. It's all out, and there is this fiddle shit. Quite a sight to be seen. You have a whole transformer. I'm just flabbergasted. I don't know what to say. So let's see the quality here. Alright, these caps are alright. I don't have nothing to say about them. They survived 15 years. So, and they are not bulging or anything. Maybe they are leaky inside. That could happen. But not on the outside. At least I don't see anything right now. Yeah, but this power tranny Okay, we have these 33 microfarad film caps and these C4, these should be caps. There is the full bridge. This is 70 microfarads. And I guess as the input is here, the protection circuit, and it goes from this input down to this capacitor right here, I believe. Yeah, there's the fuse, which is there's no value for it, or that is there. It's a 5 amp. It's a 5 amp fuse, it looks to be. Maybe you can see that. It's a 5 amp fuse, and it goes down to here to this toroidal which is like a common choke or something, and we have this 33 microfarads 250 volt bypass capacitor, which I want to discharge before touching anymore. Yes, and smaller caps, and there is another capacitor again, and there we go. There is the full bridge rectifier, as you would know, and there's the big boys that could, I guess this is the other side of it, and the input is over here, and this should be the big boy transformers pins. This is the hold on pin that just physically holds this on, I believe, and this should be the windings somewhere, I don't know. These transformers always have some idiotic wiring. There's this thick wire, which I believe brings all the power down, and it goes over. Is it that one? Yes. So this is not the physical hold on pin. Here is the protected input. There's the protection circuit, I believe. So the protected input goes in here. The big ass caps. Here you see it is in all its glory. Yes, I see. There should be the low voltage side. We can see the opto-isolator here, or one of the opto-isolators here. But it's strange that the input high voltage, the power voltage, comes in here. Here is the fuse. There is this thermistor, or what is this? This capacitor should be straight. All of these parts are soldered on, like, I don't know. All those caps are soldered on like sweatshop work quality, and yeah, this poor powertrain. What is this? So ugly. I cannot get over it. Yeah, you may be shouting in the comments, "Oh, Francis, stop! Don't care about that." But I do care about it. I really don't like this. Even I could solder better, or I don't know. I'm not the best, maybe, but this work is just... Yeah, there are those... Yes, this is the low voltage side, because all the cables are coming out here. But yeah, the opto-isolator is also a good sign that this is... we have an IC here, which is a voltage mode PWM controller that gives a stable 5 volts, I believe. This is the kind of chip, and there we have a couple of diodes and a shit ton of caps for all the rails, but they look alright. They are not too shabby after 15 years. I believe they are not very high quality AGC caps. I have seen them in quite a few applications, but yeah, they hold pretty good. I believe they are not very leaky, at least. This was in a PC that was running for 10 years, and after I put it out and sat there for 5 years, sometimes I used it. You can even see that I switched it on permanently because I used the power rails for project. And yes, yeah, we have caps for all the rails, a couple of transistors, this voltage mode PWM controller circuit, yes, and this one, which I don't know what kind of IC is this. I can't even read the text properly because it's so small there. Yeah, that's all about it. Nothing much going on, it's just a cheap power supply. Maybe I will use this PSU for my upcoming bench PSU project. You will see all about that. So stay tuned and don't forget to subscribe if I haven't mentioned it before. Yeah, this is all it is. And there's this fan, and yeah, I believe these are the trannies that control this fan, and there is the power tranny for possibly the 12-volt regulator. Yes, and the bottom side is a bit confusing. This part is straightforward, the high voltage side. I don't have the time, or I don't want to reverse engineer this side, it's all boring. There's not much going on here. I believe this is the main transformer, which is not connected, I'm very surprised about that, to this line. It goes in here, and after this, I would expect it to go in like there, but there is this capacitor, and after these caps it goes in there. So yes, that's a thing, and I believe these are the isolation transformers, rather. Let's check it out if they are. Yes, this is the two lines for the two transformers. I believe these are the windings on one side and the secondary, and also these. So these lines are for the two smaller transformers, which should be some isolation transformers. As we see, there's the optocoupler, so it would make sense for them to be isolation transformers with one-to-one winding. And one other thing of beauty, you see this through hole soldered. Let me get a light because you cannot see that. Yes, there are those THT diodes just being there on the heatsink. Yes, I know that it should be cooled sometimes, and there is even this MOSFET style package. I would think that would be a better solution for this, but no, we have two THT diodes just sitting on a piece of aluminum sheet and lying on the heatsink. That's a cheap-ass solution, but that's how it is. And there's nothing more to talk about. This is a very simple, very boring power supply. I just wanted to show it to you, how they cheap out on quality and doing things like this. This these diodes on the heatsink. Yeah, but the rest of it is alright. I don't have problems with these IGC caps, or this fuse is I don't know, it's borderline. I would put it in a fuse holder. You know, there is this plastic fuse holder where you can pop it up and pop it in, and it's not even straight. You can see it's much higher on this side than this. Yeah, the soldering quality is very low, I would say. Not on the bottom, it looks alright, except here. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. What is this piece of blood? Yes, the soldering quality is definitely very, very, very low on here. But the rest looks alright. These transformers. There is a little toroidal thing in there. I don't know if that's supposed to be there or not. But it's and look at this guy! you bastards! Ah, look at this guy. You don't have place here. This is an afterthought. Something wasn't working for the first try, and this is a fix, an afterthought for the whole design. This is not supposed to be there. I would think they have designed these other two THT packages there, but this is definitely an afterthought. And it's very, very sad to see that. Yeah, if you look into the details, yeah, you can see that why it is such a low quality power supply, and definitely you shouldn't put them in your beloved PC, because this is the quality of power your PC will get. So these bad boys can melt down in any second if you overpower them, or if you continuously pulling 300 watts from them. Even then they can be just giving the magic smoke and melt down. Yeah, so you shouldn't use any of those. But if I build a bench power supply, I would use like 50 watts or 100 watts or something like that. So it's not such a big deal, and even I can replace this if I don't want to use it anymore. I could put a normal high quality be quiet power supply or something. I don't know, but it's, what could I say about this? There's no very big problems. It's just apparent how cheap the quality and how much thought came into this. Not much. Not much. They just threw it together. There was probably a half good design that didn't work exactly, so there's quite a few little afterthoughts on this, but generally it was good enough. It's a workable solution, and they put on like half good quality components. These caps are alright, I don't have any problems with that. These MOSFETs. This is a MOSFET S20 C40 MOSFET. That's alright, no problems with that. And on the other side something similar, not the worst I've seen, but there's this and these, and yes, yeah, I found another design flaw. I wanted to wrap this video up, but you see, you wouldn't want to put toroidal transformers. You want to put them in different orientation, because they tune on each other, and there can be more noise introduced into the system. How they are doing it here on this side, it's alright. Yes, you would put this with a 90-degree turn somewhere, but I could imagine they didn't have any space because all of these caps are here, so they had to put it like that. But the interesting thing is this, and this toroidal, they are all in the same orientation, so they are going like this, and there's this one that's going in the other way. Yes, I would imagine, yeah, if you have a P4 machine, there's bigger problems than this, but yeah, generally not a good practice, I would say, to turn one of them in the other orientation. Yeah, and I wouldn't put these so close to this transformer. This is the mains transformer, and yeah, it can be a problem too, so I would put all of these over to this side, and low voltage stuff somewhere probably here, and the cables on this side, and it could go around like that. Even maybe if it would be even better. I don't know how it goes in. Oh no, yeah, it's this side and it's this, yeah. But anyways, I wouldn't put them over here and not in this orientation. Yeah, they did cheap out on quite a few design things and quite a few implementation things, and there are some afterthoughts. So yeah, generally this is a low quality power supply, but it is what it is. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did so, please let me know in the comments, give a like and subscribe, and as always, have a very wonderful day.